the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. And tonight, it'll be the Charlotte Hornets going up against the Brooklyn Nets at Barclays Center. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony courtside. And on our sidelines tonight, reporting Allie LaForce. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Wednesday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls. Then on Thursday, they'll be taking on Jaren Jackson and the Utah Jazz.
And for that game against Indiana, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Knipple out there with Miles Bridges. And for Brooklyn, Traoré is out there with Demon. Then it's Sharp. Then it's Williams. And it's MP in at the power forward position. Well, we've seen some teams, Greg, stumble out of the gate to begin this season, still trying to find their footing, getting some traction.
And when you're not meeting expectations, the pressure ramps up. But as a team, you can't let it get to you, especially with time to turn things around.
And so the Charlotte Hornets get the first points of the ball game. Pass to Traoré. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's Sharp. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
I was able to talk with Jordy Fernandez for a minute. Coach told me, quote, "Our success defensively in this one hinges on how we guard LaMelo Ball." He continued, not only is Ball a three-level scorer, he's a top-tier passer with excellent court vision. And we've got to do our best to make him uncomfortable out there. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you. Here's Williams following the bucket by the Hornets. And Sharp has it in the corner. 5 on the clock. This one for 3. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Clark, when you use the word unicorn, a one-of-a-kind player, LaMelo Ball fits the bill for sure.
Yeah, we've had so few point guards north of 6'7", and he's right in that range. And he also shoots it well on high volume from the three-point line. I don't know if there's a guy quite like him in the league at that size with that vision and three-point shooting marksmanship.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start. And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And so, Jordy Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Whitey's checked in for the Hornets. And now we have a moment to recognize the Player of the Week in the Eastern Conference, MP.
And you just look at the point totals that he has posted up during that time frame. Just some unreal numbers. Hard to argue with him as the pick when he is just putting up huge stats on offense and carrying this team with his scoring ability. MP letting it fly with no hesitation.
In the corner, Knipple with it. Bridges outside. Offline with his 3. Nets trail by 7. Pass to Traoré. Williams for 3, and the Nets another 3.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Ball. He's got 6, and here is Bridges. To the paint. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
A nice shot by MP.
displaying the range right there. Good to see MP taking and making that kind of shot.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on MP.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hornets. Diabate's checked in, and Grant Williams is subbed in for Knipple. The three from MP, and the Nets another three.
The defense has to respect MP's range, proving he can get it done from the corner.
And so White will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. 3-point lead. Last time they met was in Charlotte.
I mean, they went into that one with the thought that they may have a chance. No.
It wasn't pretty. That's definitely the case. I mean, I know they'd like to scrub that game from their memories and actually erase it from the hard drive.
MP, no good.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Pass to Diabate. Ball with a wide open look. Misses the three. Brooklyn's gotten a lot of shots off from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9. Jay makes it off the glass. MP's got 11 points.
You can certainly see the potential that MP has working inside the paint like that.
Ball from long range. And Williams is right there.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those chip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind.
The previous play is under review.
Guys, you got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Well, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion. I mean, we have a good look at it on the replay. The clock's still ticking when it left his fingertips.
It's been all about Miles Bridges for Charlotte. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Right back after this break. And getting... Miller, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. Nets trail by 6 on the court for the Hornets. Out on the wings for him, Miller and Bridges. Then it's Williams. Then it's Kobe White. And it's Diabate in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. To the inside. And a slam by Williams.
Yes, sir. Grant Williams rising up.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. An efficient score. Kobe White effective with or Greg without the ball in his hands.
And that's a rare quality. A guard who can break you down off the bounce, but also willing to give it up and then zip to an open spot. It just makes him so difficult to defend. And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
The trade, and the Nets another three.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Outside Williams. Pass to White. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage. And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, many have predicted an all-star future for Brandon Miller. He said, I don't really read anything like that. I just focus on what I can do today. It's all about the work. That's the only way to get better. I just came in with the mindset of making my team better and being a winning player. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Drills it from outside.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Demon comes in for Mann. And the Hornets making a change here. Bridges against MP. Miller with a screen on MP. Bridges kicks the ball. Clock at 6, and he's going up for the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep. Help me out!
Here's Miller. Lets the three fly. Ball no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Jay. MP gets the job done inside.
He's trying to carry them back into this game. He's absolutely feeling it this quarter.
Outside ball. Lets it fly. Again, the Hornets score. MP right side. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Hey folks, welcome to the Halftime Show. A lead right now in this one for the Charlotte Hornets.
Slashing, scoring and close, this is my kind of game. I like the grit they're playing with right now.
Yeah, and they're playing really smart. I mean, you keep it going until someone stops it.
All right, fellas, time now to take a look at these early season standings in the East.
Taking a look at Charlotte, they've looked okay early on. But it's going to take a lot of work to get this team to the next tier. Plenty of competition ahead of them and not much room for error.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thanks so much for the report, Shams. MP out there with Sharp. Then there's Torrey. Then there's Demon. And it's Williams at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Ball from long range. The rebound by Sharp.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
From 13, Torrey can't hit.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky right there for the D.
And Ball slams it in.
Ball exploding off the floor for a big slam. Young fella's got some pretty good hops on him.
On the wing, MP. Pass to Torrey. Here's Demon. Inside. MP, no good. Over the last 2 decades, Kemba Walker has been one of the few bright spots, Clark, for Charlotte basketball.
Yeah, you look back at his time there, he led the Hornets to their last 2 playoff appearances, Kevin. He retired as their all-time leading scorer, and now they're thrilled to have Kemba Walker back as a player enhancement coach. Young fella does not let the contact distract or bother him. Business-like finish from MP.
For 3, Bridges. The rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Williams passes to MP. Count it. Good. Now just a 3-point Hornets lead.
He's doing everything he can, though he might have to do even more.
Pass to Knipple. Bridges against MP. Bounce pass from Bridges. And he makes that one. 8 points for him.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
You look at MP, sitting at the top of the heap. Looks like he'll be planning on an appearance at the dunk contest this year.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised with his athleticism. This guy has got the goods, no doubt about it. The hops are incredible, and we'll just have to see what sort of creativity he can apply.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
And a rangy 6'7" wing GA with a smooth shooting touch. Brandon Miller fits a mold that a lot of teams are looking for.
And there's a reason he was the 2nd overall pick in 23. He's got the potential to be an impact wing at both ends of the floor.
Drops in the tray. Miller's got 5.
Answer 3 right there. Miller returning the favor.
Outside Williams. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. Pass to Bridges. Back to Ball. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in. He's got 10.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Here's Torrey. Williams for 3. The rebound by LaMelo Ball.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
It's good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
To the middle. Here's Sharp. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got his 3rd assist on the night. Hornets leading by 7. Ball from long range. Offensive rebound. The 3. No good on that one.
He just keeps firing away from distance. I know he's trying to get himself heated up, but at what cost?
Pass to Demon. Shoots the three. Good! Another from three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Puts up a three. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for the Hornets, we've got Ball. Williams is out there with Brandon Miller. And it's Kobe White. And it's Diabate in at the 5. Down low to the right side. There's Ball with the 3.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Surratt gets the bucket.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Now, here's Ball. Defended by Mann. Ball, the pass to Miller. Williams has a screen for Miller. Brooklyn with the rebound. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Shot is good, and the Charlotte lead is cut down to just 2 points from the bucket from MP.
And you can sense the urgency from them now. They were flat in that first half, but they've come out here in the second and been much more aggressive offensively.
There's a screen. There's Ball with the 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
And Jordy Fernandez has called a timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately, Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for the Nets. Powell comes in for Mann. And the Hornets making a change here. Diversified scoring in this one for them.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. They've led by as much as 10.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Powell, the pass to MP. Back to Powell. Pass to Wolf. Here's Surratt. White covering. 4 on the shot clock. A 3 from MP. The rebound by LaMelo Ball.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Bridges, he's checked in for Charlotte. Knipple comes in for Kobe White. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. He said, "This is who we are. This is the pace. Don't let up." He said it doesn't matter if they go on a run. What matters is how we respond. They plan to respond with a fury, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks. And it misses. Nets trail by 5. It's deflected. Now MP. Off the glass.
big moment. MP showing some savvy. What a bright future this young man has.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
I do not know if there's a more confident family in the NBA. Ball wants the ball, and it matters most.
Now Sharp. Here's MP. Hits it again. Wow. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, LaMelo relishes every chance he gets to drop a dime like that.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Now, here's Shaw. Tight defense on him, and the shot goes in.
Most any coach loves points coming off assists.
Outside Bridges. Beyond the arc, he drills the 3.
You watch Knipple, he has the demeanor of someone who will hit a lot of big shots over the course of his career.
MP. The 3 is pure from MP.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
Now Miller puts up a 3. It's off. Here's Traore.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Ball fires. And he does not hit. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
MP flees it in off the window.
And these are the moments he's worked for. MP delivering down the stretch.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. What do you think we're going to see here?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
Trailing by 2. Now Miller from outside. Here's Bridges. Strong move off the glass.
They needed a bucket right there, and Bridges answers the call.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Here's Traore. He's covered by Ball. MP. Count it.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
And guys, it all comes down to this. One shot to win the game. They have just enough time to run a play that'll lead to a catch and shoot here on the inbound. Maybe one quick pass and then get it up.
MP. And good. He hits it again.
And it's 60 points again. Can't believe he's done it now 3 times.
I mean, right. 3 times. He's now tied for the third most 60-point games in a single campaign. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really
it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You got to love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's going to happen. How is this thing going to play out?
Now, let's send it over to Dominic Hamill.
A scoring bonanza tonight in the win. MP, as you're passing 40, 50, 60 points, are you feeling the excitement building in the arena?
I'm feeling it right now. So, yeah, you feel it. No doubt. The trick is, do you let it be its own reward, or do you keep it apart from yourself, you know? 20,000 people can give you some kind of ego boost, or they can also bring you crashing down. You gotta appreciate the crowd for what it is, but you have to have your own internal motivation. Luckily, I got that in spades, man. Got that second round chip on my shoulder still, and I'm not gonna let that go anywhere anytime soon.
We hope not, MP. Thanks for your time.
Yep.
Back to you, Kevin.
Terrific stuff, Dominic. Thanks. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. And as always, we appreciate you joining us right here tonight on 2K. See you next time.
Stay focused on your workout.
Hey!
What's up, MP? And a peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the last few moments before the game. Some final preparations here. Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. Let's see some of the numbers here for Josh Giddey.
And a stat to focus on is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been working on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot better on D.
Now let's check out the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Sharp, Zaire Williams out there with MP. Then it's Dimon, and it's Traoré in at the point guard position. And for the Bulls, we've got Buzelis, Anthony Simons out there with Trey Jones. Then there's Zach Collins, and it's Okoro in at the 3 slot. As the season reaches full speed, RJ, how do players approach the game differently, you think, if at all?
I say the approach stays the same, but you have more data and video to prepare with. So you have to take that knowledge on the court and hope that you play smarter every single night.
Oh, got that one up quick.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Chicago with the ball. It's a 3-point game. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Brooklyn this season.
They won the season series last year, and on paper, it looks like they should do it again. That's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Dimon. Shot clock at 5. Launches a 3. Collins with the rebound. Okoro on the wing. Williams defending. There's Simons with a 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Outside, Williams. Here's MP. A quick shot there. It's off target. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point land so far. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks. Well, it took a while this summer, but the Bulls were finally able to get an extension done with their bright young point guard, Josh Giddey. In a buyer's market, they could afford to bargain for a team-friendly deal. And after some overreaches in the past, their disciplined approach stands out.
A good strategy. Thank you, Shams. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Now here's Jones. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Chalk up 2 there.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
MP shot is off. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Simon's shot is good.
They've really come out swinging, hitting 4 of their first 5 shots.
Pass to Toure. Now MP from outside the arc. Drills it from deep. MP's got 5 now.
If MP buries those catch-and-shoot chances, he'll have a very long career in this league.
Jones with a screen on Williams. Simons outside. There's the 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Coming off a win against the Hornets.
Yeah, they hit the court last game with some serious attitude, especially on offense.
And they backed it up with their play, got production from everyone, and they were able to walk the walk on the offensive end.
Now here's Simons, coming off a 37-point game against Orlando. Lets the 3 fly. Sharp grabs the miss. Brooklyn has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Pass to Toure. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. That gives them the lead. MP's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Nice shot by MP. Great touch from outside.
Here's Buzelis, covered by MP. Buzelis, and that one's long. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Down low. And it falls for him. He's now 4 of 7 from the field.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Simons outside. Looking to end the run. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. No doubt, Anthony Simons has shown he can be a 20-point-per-game scorer in this league.
Yeah, the shooting is great. He's a natural at finding his shot, but he'll be targeted at the other end. That's where he's got to improve.
That one's off.
I mean, it was amazing to see Simon's progression in his first few NBA seasons. He got better every single year.
Chicago making some changes. Miller comes in for Okoro, and Giddey subbed in for Jones. Up top man, he's covered by Simons. From deep, MP. And his fifth basket, now 5 for 8, looking comfortable out there.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Here's Buzelis. Playing Orlando, he was nearly unstoppable. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. Here's MP. Man, the pass to MP. Here's Wolf. Three-pointer. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Shot is up. And again, Chicago, no good.
He just looks off this quarter. It looks like he's forcing it a bit right now, a little bit in his head.
To the inside. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
They were ready to roll right through the tip. There was no warm-up period. There was only, let's do this.
Giddey scanning the floor. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. MP getting it done for the Nets. Hitting 3 trays in the quarter, providing some sharp shooting. And more NBA action on 2K Sports. Coming your way right after this. We welcome... Team's deciding to change it up. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Bulls trail by 13. On the floor for Brooklyn, we've got Traore. MP is out there with Zaire Williams. Then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Minot in at the 5 spot. And the shot goes down. Simons has got 8.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
Outside, Williams. Outside man. Outside, Williams. Pass to MP. 6 to shoot. Ooh, MP going to work inside.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Here's Miller. Off target from 3-point range. Nets leading by 13. Yes, it's good. MP's got 20 points.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
Pass to Simons. The shot. The shot comes out.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity from the mid-range. He can hit that.
Here's the teardrop, and MP lays it in. MP's got 6 in the quarter.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the Chicago Bulls retiring the jersey of hometown hero and former league MVP Derrick Rose. His coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau, said, "The true measure of a man is how he handles adversity, and nobody did it better. He always found a way to rise above, and there's no question in my mind he is a Hall of Fame player." BA, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. So it's Chicago now, following the bucket by the Nets. Count it, good.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
1:50 left in the first half. Richard, looking at your career, 17 years in the league. How'd you survive the grind of a regular season that many years?
Well, 1, you got to take care of your body, and 2, evolution is the key to success. I was a different player when I was year 3 than I was at year 15. You have to continue to evolve.
Here's Okoro, following the 3 by Brooklyn. Jones from outside. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. Brooklyn leading by 20. To the middle. Here's MP. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Pass to Toure, to the paint. And the basket by MP. MP's got 27 points.
Yeah, when we talk about MP's unlimited potential, we're referring to nights like this one.
Back to Jones. There's 45 seconds left in the second. Here's Miller, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And if you try to block his shot, you risk getting posterized because he is good at using that height to his advantage.
Outside man. Pass to MP. Inside. Here's Minot. He's covered by Yabusele. Minot, good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Miller can't get it to go.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
And count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
You know, I like to see that kind of toughness from a young player. MP willing to put his body on the line.
Brooklyn shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. Free throw good, MP. 9 seconds left in the first half. There's Simons with a three. Pure from three-point range. Simons got 11 points.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
And so it's Brooklyn continuing to pile it on, up 22 as we head. Head to the break. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. We'll be right back after this word.
Hello, everybody. We're here to...
Dominant performance from this offense. As a fan, you just have to admire it and see what they're doing.
Yeah, they're hitting.
Okay, let's take a moment now to celebrate our Players of the Week. For the Western Conference, Damian Lillard.
It's been Dame Dollar time of late. An emotional leader for the squad. One of the more potent scorers in the game. When it comes to hitting clutch shots, I don't know if there's anyone better besides me.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Trey Jones is out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's Buzelis. Then there's Okoro. And it's Collins in at the 5, down low. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Simons deciding where to go with it. Shoots over Demon. That's short off the rim. Brooklyn has gotten 21 points so far from three-point land. They're 7 of 10. On the wing, MP. Pass to Toure. Back to MP. And a nice finish on the layup. MP's got 32 points.
You want to get the ball to MP around the hoop. That was a good job there.
Here's Simons. And that's up and in. 5 for 12 in this game. And Jordy Fernandez wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at Dallas, they slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
Seeing where the Nets are, they made it clear from the jump they were coming for the #1 seed. And they've got to feel good knowing it's theirs now. It gives them the best chance to come away with the championship.
Here's MP. And that one drops for him. MP's got 34 points.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Pass to Buzelis. Now here's Collins. There's Simons with a 3. Another miss by Simons.
The D has to respect his range. He made 2 in the first half, and he's capable of draining even more here in the second. Okay, so they've looked energized and focused starting this half, coming out of the break, making 4 out of their first 5.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Jones, the pass to Simons. No good on the 3.
They need everyone clicking here. Unfortunately, his game has gone the other direction.
Brooklyn calls timeout. And with a new class entering the league, here is our rookie race. A look at the early returns. Plenty of time for someone who might not be on the list to become a big-time factor. You look at MP, what an incredible start to his rookie season. Sitting in the #1 spot right now, but I'm sure this will be an exciting rookie race.
And you know his confidence must be soaring, sitting at the top of this impressive list of young talent.
Yeah, nobody has made a bigger splash than he has in this early part of the season. He's already living up to his potential.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass. MP's got 39. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Bulls. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And Collins with the slam.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Here's Brooklyn. They're on a 13-4 run. Standing just under 7 feet. Zach Collins puts that size to work out there.
Always looking for his next rebound or just a point-blank bucket. Collins knows that his physicality is what he has to bring to the floor, and he operates mostly in the paint.
And at 6'10", Buzelis is becoming a very difficult cover for defenses, especially when he's aggressive in trying to score.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
For Chicago, Yabusele, he's checked in for Collins, and it's Josh Giddey in for Simons. Minute 32 left in the third. Pass to MP. Here's Wolf, guarded by Okoro. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Jay, and it's Chicago with a board.
Uncharacteristic, but that's a bucket he'll convert 90% of the time.
Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And the defense has to offer more resistance. Can't let guys like Buzelis get this close to the rim.
From deep, MP. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
Bombs away in the first half. He's followed up the effort with 3 more triples since.
Yabusele the screen. The floater. Jones misses. The Nets have gone 8 of 10 in the third and looking in control. MP shot is off. The Bulls have gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third.
Stay on him.
Back to Giddey. Fires the 3. And it's MP with a rebound. MP's got his 5th rebound in this one. And he makes it on the layup. MP's got 47 points.
Well, MP goes through the defense for the score. Wow.
Giddey with it. Beyond the arc. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. MP getting it done for the Nets. Knocking down 3 after 3. He's Head coach Billy Donovan is mic'd up along.
We should never get beat like that in transition when they throw the ball. Those points.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for the Nets as we get the fourth quarter going. They've got Powell. He's out there with Saraf. And it's Wolf in at the 3 spot.
Crashes the glass with authority, then puts it back strong.
Next level, man. This guy's just going out and making a play. Now here's Richards. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. And the ball out of play. The Bulls will have it. Smith, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Chicago shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. Now Simons. From deep, Giddey gets the 3 to fall.
Yeah, Giddey keeping it simple there, taking what the defense gives him.
Pass to Wolf. And here's MP from outside. Good! That's another bucket!
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Let's send it over to the sideline for some news on Zaire Williams. What have they told you, Allie?
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer for Brooklyn provided some info for us. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. As we get into the season, injuries becoming more common. In this case, he's been given the green light to keep playing. He'll just have to be more careful moving forward. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thank you.
Yeah, there's a lot of anticipation around this, as always, when dealing with injuries.
Here's Simons, following the bucket by the Nets.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
Pass to Minot. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 3 assists in the game.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Now here's Giddey over Smith. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Pass to MP. Here's Wolf. Launches it. Smith, that one's good. Smith's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. To the paint. Here's Yabusele. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Pass to MP from behind the arc. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Now here's Giddey. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, look at Giddey stealing the spotlight. What a jam.
Smith outside. Pass to MP. The 3. Simons with a rebound.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Miller finds Giddey. We've had the in-season tournament for a few years now, Grant. What's your opinion on it?
You know, B.A., I think it's working out pretty well. I mean, the NBA Cup, it's drawing increased fan interest, and the players are invested. So what's not to like about it? And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Nets.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And a good performance to bring them their 18th win of the year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square.
Another one goes! Incredible!
Another stunning accomplishment in his career. He's now tied for 4th most 60-point games in league history.
He's one of the most exciting offensive players the NBA has ever seen. I don't think you can make an argument against that.
And so much fight in Josh Giddey. He showed it on the interior that time.
And another one!
And he's nearing the single-game franchise scoring record.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history. Simons, left side, from downtown. Brooklyn pulls it in.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Yabusele. "11 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and they pick up 2.
And guys, that's gotta be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
All right, now let's go courtside to Dominic Hamill.
A great win for you guys tonight, MP, and you broke the half-century mark. Does scoring 50 feel different than scoring 30 or 40?
Yeah, of course, man. Of course it does. I think watching someone hit 50, it feels different than watching someone hit 30, right? Of course. So it's the same for me when I'm out there doing it. There's an electricity in the air, and it's a special thing for me and the team.
I think we're all feeling it, MP.
Appreciate that.
All right. Ryan, back to you.
Great stuff there, Dominic. And that about wraps it up. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.